Imagine a secret so big it could end a world war, a project so hidden, even its workers didn't know its true purpose. During World War II, while armies clashed, another war raged in the shadows, a race to build a weapon of unimaginable power, born from the atom. This was the Manhattan Project, a code name for an operation that would change history forever. Thousands were recruited, sent to hidden cities, and told only that their work was vital. The fear: what if Nazi Germany built the bomb first? The stakes were nothing less than survival. The US gambled everything, pulling together the brightest minds and vast resources to create a doomsday device. The result would divide history before the bomb and after. The atomic bomb story began with worried scientists, not generals. In 1939, physicists Leo Szilard and Eugene Wigner, alarmed by German advances in nuclear fission, sought help from Albert Einstein. Einstein, though a pacifist, understood the threat and signed a letter to President Roosevelt, warning of a possible Nazi atomic bomb. Roosevelt acted, forming a committee that would grow into the Manhattan Project. At first, progress was slow. Few believed such a bomb was possible. But as war spread and intelligence hinted at German progress, urgency grew. Pearl Harbor erased all doubts. The project became a top-secret military mission. Einstein's letter had set off a chain reaction that would change the world. The Manhattan Project's heart was nuclear fission, splitting the atom. In 1938, German scientists split uranium, releasing immense energy. The key was a chain reaction. One split atom triggers more, unleashing a massive explosion. But only uranium-235, a rare isotope, could sustain this reaction. Separating it from uranium-238 was a monumental challenge. The project built vast factories to extract uranium-235 atom by atom. Meanwhile, scientists discovered plutonium, created in reactors from uranium-238, was even better for bombs. Two bomb designs emerged: a simpler uranium gun type and a complex plutonium implosion device. The race was on to see which would work first. The science was revolutionary and terrifying. Building the bomb required entire secret cities, hidden from the world. Oak Ridge, Tennessee, enriched uranium in massive windowless factories. Hanford, Washington, produced plutonium in the world's first full-scale nuclear reactors, creating dangerous radioactive waste. Los Alamos, New Mexico, was the brain top scientists gathered to design the bomb itself. Tens of thousands worked in these cities, most unaware of their true mission. Security was absolute. Mail censored, conversations monitored, lives lived behind barbed wire. At Oak Ridge, young women operated machines, unknowingly separating uranium-235. At Hanford, workers handled hazardous materials, never told they were making plutonium for a bomb. At Los Alamos, under J. Robert Oppenheimer, the world's brightest minds raced to turn theory into a weapon. These cities, invisible on maps, were the engines of the atomic age. The Manhattan Project was led by two opposites, scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer and General Leslie Groves. Oppenheimer, brilliant and complex, united eccentric scientists at Los Alamos to solve the bomb's mysteries. Groves, a relentless military engineer, drove the project forward with sheer force and efficiency. Their partnership was uneasy but effective. Science and military urgency fused together. Oppenheimer's ambition and intellect made him the unlikely leader, despite suspicions about his politics. Groves secured resources, land, and labor, demanding results at any cost. As the bomb neared completion, moral doubts grew, especially after Germany's surrender. Oppenheimer and his team wrestled with the consequences of their creation. The line from the Bhagavad Gita haunted Oppenheimer. "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." The weight of their achievement and its cost would never leave them. By summer 1945, enough plutonium existed for a test, the Trinity test. In the New Mexico desert, scientists assembled the gadget atop a steel tower, uncertain if it would work. On July 16th, before dawn, tension was electric. Some feared the blast might ignite the atmosphere. At 5:29 a.m., the bomb exploded brighter than the sun, a shockwave flattening the desert. The steel tower vaporized, leaving a crater of green glass, trinitite. The mushroom cloud rose 7 miles high, a symbol of a new era. The test was a stunning success. The atomic age had begun. For the scientists, triumph was mixed with dread. They had unleashed a force beyond imagination. Oppenheimer's words echoed, "Destroyer of worlds." The secret was now a reality, and the world would never be the same. The bomb was ready for war. With the Trinity test's success, President Truman faced a fateful choice. The Pacific War raged. An invasion of Japan promised massive casualties. The bomb was seen as a way to force surrender and end the war quickly. On August 6, 1945, the Enola Gay dropped Little Boy on Hiroshima. Devastation in seconds. Tens of thousands died instantly. The city became a radioactive wasteland. 3 days later, Fat Man was dropped on Nagasaki after clouds obscured the primary target. Again, a city was leveled. The destruction was immense. Faced with atomic devastation and Soviet entry into the war, Japan surrendered on August 15th. World War II was over, but the debate over the bomb's use had just begun. The world had witnessed the power of the atom and its horror. The atomic bomb had changed warfare, and humanity forever. The US tried to keep the bomb secret, but the world's biggest secret is hard to hide. The Soviets, though allies, were kept in the dark, officially. In reality, spies like Klaus Fuchs and others passed crucial details from Los Alamos to Moscow. They believed no nation should have a monopoly on such power. Thanks to espionage, the Soviet Union built its own bomb far faster than expected, testing it in 1949. The American nuclear monopoly was over. The Cold War began, a global standoff, each side racing to build bigger, deadlier weapons. The arms race escalated, and the world lived under the shadow of nuclear annihilation. The secrets stolen from Los Alamos had created a new era of fear. The atomic age was now a global reality. The bomb's creators were left with guilt and responsibility. Oppenheimer became a critic of the arms race, stripped of his security clearance for his views. Others, like Szilard, campaigned for nuclear disarmament, warning of the bomb's dangers. Survivors in Hiroshima and Nagasaki suffered for decades: radiation, illness, and stigma. Their stories gave a human face to nuclear horror. The Manhattan Project ended one war, but opened the door to a new kind of terror. Its legacy, scientific achievement, moral conflict, and a warning for the future. Understanding this story is essential, so we never repeat its mistakes. The Manhattan Project was a triumph of science and a tragedy of ethics. It ended one war, but began another. It advanced physics, but at unimaginable cost. As nuclear tensions persist today, we must remember the secrets and sacrifices of the Manhattan Project, not to glorify them, but to learn from them, because the power to destroy the world should always be met with the wisdom to preserve it. If you found this deep dive into the Manhattan Project and the atomic bomb fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more revealing stories from history, science, and beyond. Got questions about Oppenheimer, the Trinity test, or how the nuclear age began? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We respond to every intelligent take. Don't forget to share this video with anyone interested in World War II secrets, nuclear history, or the origins of the Cold War. For more documentaries like this, subscribe to Earth and Beyond, where we explore the biggest questions behind science, history, and the future of humanity.